Good morning, USA. Are you coming planting today, Bella? We're not the millennial farmer. We don't let our dogs in our tractor cabs. But we do go to the field, which means tractor cab. There goes Michael. What a beaut. Well, I hope everyone had a good Easter. I sure did. I even made a brisket. I also decided if this whole farming thing doesn't work out, I think I'm gonna become a pit master. But I'll probably have to move to Texas for that. So if this is the last video you guys see, farming didn't work out and I moved to Texas. But for now, I suppose we better get in our tractor and go to work. So much for a clean tractor cab. Looks like Derek might have beat us to it today, but we won't talk about that. Yeah, buddy. You know, this YouTube thing is all fun, but the amount of stuff you bring extra to the cab isn't very fun. But you know what? It's worth it, because it is. I'm gonna try to convince myself of that. In more exciting news, we brought food today. We got a yogurt, and then we stole a Little Debbie's from Mike's pickup. So, Mike, if you're watching this, I'm not sorry. Good morning, sunshine. I said good morning, sunshine. Morning. Derek's in a bad mood today. I can just tell. That's how well we know each other. I can tell by the way he says good morning if he's in a good mood or not. I can bring a drone, a camera, chargers, but I can't remember a spoon. Anyways, enough of me talking. Let's go field cultivate. We have both tractors going pretty much side by side. We're going to take El drone out, get some sick footage. On to the next one. Field conditions, it's definitely a little bit tacky this morning, but that's kind of expected. In the morning the moisture rises up, and then in the afternoon it'll kind of go back down. Maybe we'll even get some dust kicked up today. But right now I just moved to the next field. I hopped out. I'm gonna look over my field cultivator, make sure I'm not missing any sweeps. Nothing's broke. Also, if you're from Iowa or really anywhere and you've done your CDL test, you'll know the phrase cracked, bent, or broken. So you can see here, this shovel here is not cracked, bent, or broken. The arm, not cracked, bent, or broken. The spring, not cracked, bent, or broken. And well, there's bird poop. But besides that, this is not cracked, bent, or broken. But I would say this cultivator is still in pretty good shape. The acre counter says about 160. So we're about, you know what, I'm not even gonna say how many acres we have left because that's private information. But I will say about 20%, maybe less, 20% of all of our acres that we farm will be organic oats this year. And probably maybe 8% of the acres that'll be oats will be transition oats. And that means that field that is transition oats is only 2 years into our organic transition period. And if you've watched the channel before, you know that it's a 3-year period of being certified. So the first year we do corn, which will not be organic corn. It'll be farmed organically, but it will not be marketed as organic corn. And then the next year will be oats, which will also be organic oats, but cannot be sold as organic oats because they haven't been certified yet. So that's a little inside scoop on all that stuff. But time to get back in the tractor and do what we're supposed to be doing. You know, I'm thinking about getting a little Roomba thing for my tractor cab. And maybe that would be a little bit overkill. But you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do. There goes D Money. I wonder if any of his stuff is cracked, bent, or broken. Lunchtime. We got all sorts of goods in here. We got some cheesecake, then a tea, a fork and a spoon, another phone charger because we made the mistake of not bringing one today, so that was smart. Then salad and leftovers. So better than the beef jerky and pretzels we had yesterday. So can't complain. Well, this field is done. You can see there's still quite a bit of mud on the tires, so it's still pretty tacky, but that's mostly from these end rows here. I don't know if you can see the color contrast between the actual field and what I just did. Obviously it's going to be a little bit darker because I just did it, but it's definitely drying out. The wind's picking up. I'm sure you can hear it in the audio, but it's definitely drying up here. So good conditions for the seeder guys and good conditions for us. But we're gonna get on the road here and I'll get back to you guys when we get to the next field. Vaya con Dios, Señor Derek. Just made it to the next field here. The wind's definitely dying down a little bit, but I think it'll still work for at least until it's dark. Hopefully an hour into the dark. But we're gonna hop out, well, we already did, and look over our field cultivator, make sure nothing's cracked, bent, or broken, so we can keep on going. And today, as you've kind of noticed, I'm kind of just showing you guys a normal day in the life in the field in the spring for an organic farmer running the field cultivator today. Jack did that planter video last week, right before the weekend, and kind of showed you what that was like. But today I'm showing you guys what the field cultivator guy does during the day. I know you guys saw it in the first video of the season, but you know it's better than one video? 2 videos. Looks like we're missing 1 shovel, so we're gonna change that. Give you guys a nice little view of what I'm doing. So I don't have a putty knife, so I'm using the wrench to clean the area of where the bolts go in. And it'd be really nice to have like a punch too, to get these holes cleared out so the bolts don't get full of mud. But you know, that would make sense. We're also really good at what we do, so yeah. But these are just bolt-on sweeps, so there's 2 bolts, 2 nuts, and 2 washers. So that's all it is to it. Put 1 bolt on, the washer on, and tighten them up. There we go. We're all done. We can go back in our nice heated cab. Well, I'm pretty sure I have it at room temp because it's not really cold or hot out today. It is a little bit windy, but you know what we're gonna do when we get back in the cab? We're gonna get a nice massage. I still don't know how to pronounce that word. It's a good thing I'm a farmer, not an English teacher. This cab is a mess. Alrighty, we got our shoes off. We can finally go back to work. So first of all, let's put our auto steer back on and make a new line. So it looks like this was actually chisel plowed. I remember last year I did a video on our 60-foot chisel plow. We ran that in this field. And it looks like I ran it that way. So I'm gonna field cultivate that way. See, we're making a little bit of dust here, and I don't know if you can see, oh boy, I don't know if you can see that gator right there, but the rock pit guys are out there doing a phenomenal job. I haven't hit a single rock since we started in the field, well, that I've seen, but we'll just go with I haven't hit a rock yet, because really nothing's broke from hitting rocks. I suppose you could say those 2 sweeps that fell off maybe could have been from the rocks, but besides that, it's going pretty smooth. Well, besides this. And since we don't have an extra person to bring a fuel trailer out, we're gonna have to take this over to one of the shops we have by Amexpert and grab some fuel. It's only like 3 miles, so not too bad, but we're gonna go do that quick. I said I'd show you guys the difference between a chisel plowed field in the fall and a ripped field in the fall. So here you go. So first glance, it's obviously not as rigid, which, I mean, there's 17 shanks on our rippers, and I don't even know how many chisel plow points are on our chisel plow, but it's that 60-foot chisel plow, so you can get a lot done. So it might be worth it. So the chisel plow is usually the piece of equipment we use on our bean fields. Not on our corn fields, but this year we tried it out just to see how it would perform. I thought it did really good, So I think it might be something we will utilize more in the fall. It also helps being 60 foot wide. You go from getting 18 acres per hour with a ripper to 50 acres per hour with a chisel plow. And we did high-speed disc this field before we chisel plowed it to kind of chop up the stalks more. That is one thing you do lose when you chisel plow. You don't chop it up as much as a ripper. You don't mix it up as much. But I think it did a really good job. And I would talk more and show you guys the field more, but the audio isn't quite the same when I turn the camera around. And I'm not really good at this whole YouTube thing, so I can't figure out how to fix that. But here's the field one more time. And here's what the field looks like after it's field cultivated. So, still really black. There is some pretty big clumps on top of corn stalks that I didn't quite chop up last fall. Otherwise, looks pretty good. Alright, let's go back to the tractor. Also, I just noticed I have 74 videos taken for this video. So we probably won't do a whole lot more YouTubing today. That is going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed a day in the life of a farmer during the spring, running the field cultivator. If you did enjoy today's video, leave a like. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to see more amazing farming content. And hopefully you guys can learn a little bit more about organic farming. And with all that being said, we'll catch you in the next one.